Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As we all know that since 2020, Indonesia has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The impact of this pandemic has been felt since the announcement of 2-week holidays simultaneously. Students who were initially happy because of the sudden holiday turned into annoyance because of the prolonged holiday and the change of learning methods. Of course, this change also occurs in dental education. Then, how will this pandemic impact dental lectures at the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, especially in terms of the mentality and habits of the student? Well, before I explain about this, let me introduce myself. My name is Choiridha Nabila Wh with student number 20200340014. So lately, the world is being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. This has an impact on everything in life. Apart from that, teaching and learning activities are also affected due to the appeal to avoid crowds. So that everything is done online, including dental lectures. Due to the change in learning methods to online, students also have to adapt. They will face obstacles such as poor internet signal, many assignments, lack of focus in following the lecture process, and difficulty sleeping that cause academic stress in the student, as stated by Parcel et al. In their journal. This study aims to find out how the impact of COVID-19 on the mental or stress level of dental students at the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And to achieve these objectives, the research question of this study are: how much impact will online learning have on the stress level of dental students at the Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta in batch of year 2020 and 2021? So for the literature review, first based on the research by Hung et al. In 2020, it said that dental school education activities cover all levels of risk. And this has an impact on academic stress, as stated by Andiana and Kusumawati and their research. There is academic stress occurs because of the rapid change in the face-to-face learning process to online learning, where students play an important role in their own academic progress. Then, based on research by Anne-Marie et al. In 2020, it was said that women were more anxious than male counterparts based on factors of feeling anxious all the time, worried about themselves or their family contracting COVID-19, feeling anxious about exams, and worries about losing dexterity skills manual. Usually, the cause of this academic stress is ineffective lectures. The main thing that causes ineffectiveness is the internet connection, where if there is no adequate internet connection, there will be no good interaction between students and educators, as stated by Hamdani and Priyatna in their research. And from that 4 previous studies, I will develop them in the preparation of my research. And then for the research method, the participants of this study were dental students at the Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta who filled out the questionnaire voluntarily. This study was constructed as quantitative study, and to fulfill the research objective, a questionnaire was made whose link was contributed via WhatsApp, and the data was obtained from a questionnaire made on the Google form. And then for the result, From this graph, it is known that the majority of the participants chose offline lectures for the better implementation, which is 76.5%. And for the online lectures, is chosen 23.5%. And then, although the result of the previous slide showed that the majority of students want offline lectures, from this data, it is found that students have anxiety when lectures are conducted offline. Most of the participants were worried that they would be infected by COVID-19 if they took offline lectures. This is shown from the number of respondents who chose this option. It is 11 people, as many as 64.7%. And from these two data, it is obtained the level of convenience of students during online lectures. Regarding the level of student understanding of the material, it is known a scale of 4, which is close to a perfect scale from the level of easy to understand, to be dominant as many as 9 respondents, or 52.5%. Meanwhile, for the convenience of students in obtaining learning materials, it is known that 10 people, or 58 or 8.8%, admitted that they were quite easy to get learning materials, even though the lectures were conducted online. And then from the two data above, it can be concluded that online lectures are actually quite effective. As can be seen in this graph, most of the participants felt that online learning is kind of effective, as can be seen at the graph that they chose scale 3 to 4. And other than that, the researcher also conducted a questionnaire regarding the cause of obstacles to online lectures and their impact. It was found that most of the participants felt that the obstacles of online lectures were hard to focus, network signal problems, sleepy, and lazy. This has an impact on new habits, and most of it is about the sleep habit and laziness. And regardless of the comparison of the convenience of offline or online lectures, anxiety about taking exams still has a high level of choice every time I will take an exam, which is not focused on offline or online. And then for the discussion, online lectures for dental students are quite easy to accept despite the various complaints they feel. With offline lectures during the pandemic, of course, it will also have an impact on anxiety related to ongoing pandemic. Moreover, dental students come into direct contact with the mouth area, which is the part that spreads the virus the most. Meanwhile, the impact of online lectures, such as increased sleepiness, can be associated with an unstable mental state. In addition, it could also be caused by a lack of rest time for students, which can also have an impact. And last, for conclusion, so from this research, it can be concluded that students feel the change that occur have a quiet impact on their daily lives, and this shows that there is academic stress felt by students, even though they feel that online lectures are still effective. Although online lectures have been coveted for a long time, in fact, their implementation presents several problems that were previously unthinkable, even though they should make it easier. So in the future, maybe the campus can pay more attention to the mental health of each student. It can be by giving time for counseling or other facilities. So I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.